Let me tell you something. One time I thought my wife was cheating on me. You know what I did? I waited for her to fall asleep. When I waited a long time. She's Asian. I couldn't tell if she was asleep or not. I was looking at her. And when I was sure she was asleep, I stole the iPhone, took it downstairs and started trying out passwords to see if I could open it. I couldn't figure out the password. Then I remembered it's iPhone. This has facial recognition. I was just like, oh. And then she opened right up. And I saw a text message in there from a fella named Earl. I said, wake the up. Who the is Earl? It's gay Earl from the hair salon. I'm sorry, just go back to sleep. I am sorry. I guess I just been insecure because all this cheating I've been doing. Good night. She said, well, since you want to wake up, and then she pulled my phone from under her pillow. She said, who is this in this picture? I said, how'd you open that phone? She said, it was easy. All I had to do was mash my nose and go like this, and it opened right up.
How old are you guys?
I'm 20. She
Just turned 18, that's it. Everybody stop. Let me help you answer that fucking question again, okay? Do not ever say just turned 18 again in your life. This guy's trying to get locked up over here, right? If she's 18, you go 18. 18 and legal. Don't be like, just turned. You're not the fucking Brazzers title that you just gave me for her. He was proud of that shit too, wasn't he, Steve? He's like, just turned 18 yesterday. Fresh as they come. That's like a hamburger from the creamery, man, let me tell you. So what was it like fucking when she was 17? Don't answer, motherfucker! Don't answer! Golly!
Then the police seen us and pulled us over. Now you understand, I'm scared as shit. I mean, come on, the car smells like weed. I've been speeding, this man is fucking drunk. I was scared. Chip was not scared at all. It was weird, he didn't even turn his radio down. Isn't that weird? I mean, if you get pulled over, wouldn't you turn your radio down? Nobody want to get their ass beat to a soundtrack and shit. Chip had the music blasting, we're not gonna take it. He looked over and said, Dave, just relax. Close your butt cheeks. Just relax. Let me do the talking. This is almost exactly what he said. I couldn't believe it. He says, oh, sorry, officer, I didn't know I couldn't do that. I was fucking shocked. The cop said, well, now you know. Just get out of here. Just get the fuck out of here.
Every single month. Oh, nobody came and you suffer, bitch. Suffer. You know? So every time you want to be like, man, this bitch crazy. No, she's disappearing from the inside, That's stressful. Like, you never gonna have a homie venting to you. Like, he going through a divorce or something. You know, he's like, you know what? Fuck Elizabeth. I wasted 75 nuts on that bitch. I gave her my best nuts. She just walked away, you know.
Easy with the voices. Once I got with my girlfriend, she used to think it was cute, but then, you know, I scared her. One night we're in the room and she's like, ooh, what are you gonna do to me? And I was like, you're gonna get it. Stop doing that. We used to role play. We used to play White House. Oh, that was so much fun back in the day. I'd wake her up at 3 in the morning. She's like, who is it? I was like, you know who it is.
Ay, señor, I don't speak English.
Hell yeah. My son Frankie is now 19 years old. He likes to sit around the house and watch videos of other kids playing video games. I asked him, what are you doing? I'm watching other kids playing video games. I said, that's really? Why? Well, they're professionals. I'm like, why would you watch something that you could be doing? Because they're professionals. That's dumb. Really, Dad? Every Sunday, I see you watching football. How come you don't play? I didn't even argue. I just cut off the internet. And speaking of that, I get pulled over by a cop one night, 2 minutes after coming out of a Krispy Kreme drive-thru. I made a left turn instead of making a right, but I wasn't paying attention because I had a box. I was like, oh, you're gonna get it when you get home. Oh, you've been so bad. You're gonna get it. I'm not paying attention. I go the wrong way, right? Sure enough. Oh! I pull over. Later. I'm sitting there patiently waiting, and the cop is taking forever. I said, the hell with this, he's taking too long. I grabbed my box, I put it on my lap, I flipped it open, right? I was gonna get nasty. And just as I was about to tear it up, the cop gets to the window and says the same thing that they all say, right? You know why I stopped you? It was too easy. I looked at him and I said, because you can smell it. Oh, he was dying, man. Son of a bitch! Whatever, he let me go, man.
It's a group of women around the whole world, and nobody ever talks about it. And they keep everything going, and they don't never get no credit. We're gonna talk about them and give them their credit tonight. Where's all the fellas in here with an ugly woman? Make some noise. Some people saw their whole marriage go before their eyes. And I trusted you. Oh, everybody in here with somebody ugly know better. They just staring at me like this. You supposed to want what you need. When you was in the bathroom crying to the Lord, you said, send me the I need. That is the you need. Stop judging people by the outside only. The ugliest people be pretty. Sometimes you need an ugly woman. An ugly woman will save your life.
Men and women don't even look at marriage the same way. When women talk about marriage, it's a happy occasion. I'm getting married, I got my ring, I got my colors picked out, I got 4 of my fat friends to stand next to me. It's gonna be a beautiful day. No, their dress is ugly, mine is pretty. But it's not the same for the men. When men talk about marriage with our friends, it sounds like something you get diagnosed with. Did you hear what happened to Charles? No, what? He's getting married. No! I just seen him last week. When did he find out? She told him yesterday at dinner. Is there anything that we could do for him? No, the invitations already went out. There's nothing we can do.
If white people pick your fruits and vegetables, your salad's gonna cost $97. You want a cheeseburger, $3.50. You want pickles on it, $12. Damn. Are those magic pickles? What the hell is going on? And then this white lady goes, I guess we'll get somebody else. And I'm like, who, ma'am? Who? I don't know. I guess black people. And I'm like, I see some black guys about to stand up. Hold on, playboys. I got this, okay? Don't worry about it, okay? I was like, ma'am, if you think you're getting black people back in the same fields they got out of 150 years ago, you're smoking crack, okay? I hate to break it to you, but you can't get a black man to go into a big backyard and pick a movie, much less a fruit or a vegetable.
It's my birthday recently. For my birthday, I got a humidifier and a dehumidifier. I put them in the same room, let them fight it out. Then I filled my humidifier with wax. Now my room's all shiny.
Funniest accent. To me, the funniest accent is the Indian accent. The word Indians will put a D on anything. Count to 10. Dandoodi. What? Dandoodi. Door, die, dick, devil, dick. Dine, dead. What you say? Dandoodi. They get mad like we know what the hell a D. What's your alphabet? D, 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 D. D, D, D. Day, die, day, day. Day, day, day.
So that's what we do, we spank kids. They don't have to be our own kid. Anybody's kid. Walking by, getting an attitude. Hey, watch your mouth. Who told you could talk like that? Huh? Who said, oh, look, now you want to cry? Oh, you were a tough guy a minute ago. Get up. Get up. Go tell your mom I spanked you. Go ahead. Go tell her, hey, lady, come get your kid. I did you a favor. Go tell her. I don't care.
Racism is a bitch. I mean, white people, you gotta know. It fucks you up, but what it does to black people is a bitch. Because no matter what, it's hard enough being a human being. It's really fucking hard enough just to be that. Right? Just to go through everyday life without murdering a motherfucker. It's hard enough just to walk through life decent as a person. But here's another element added to it when you're black. Your mother's got that little edge on us. Is enough to make you crazy.
We're very funny when it comes to race. Like last year I was touring in Europe. I went to an American Air Force base in England. And I walk into the Air Force base and they had a Popeye's chicken. So I walk into the chicken place and the manager runs from behind the counter. He goes, I couldn't get tickets to your show. It was all sold out. But I knew you would come. And I started to get offended, but I realized I was there.
He hit me so hard, my chest just caved in and wrapped around his fist. And I held on to it with my chest. I would not let it go so he could hit my ass again. And everywhere he moved his arm, I was hanging on like this. And my father was an honest person. I mean, he said anything was on his mind. Like, he brutally honest man. Because I remember when my stepmother died, we're going to the funeral, and everybody was crying shit. And I said, Pop, it's going to be all right. Pop, it's going to be all right. You know, it was about 14 below zero. And he was in the back seat. I said, Pop, it's okay, it's okay. He said, yeah, to get any colder, they're going to have to bury the bitch by herself. Now, that's my father. You know I wasn't loud. Right? Because he got to the graveyard, he was telling the preacher, the dirt, get to the part with the dirt, shit is cold. Yeah, baby, I love you, but shit is cold out there. Goddamn. 5 months ago, I heard the funniest shit I'd ever heard in my life was a Chinese person that stuttered. I swear, this dude was really stuttering in Chinese. I'm like, and his friends was getting mad at him, trying to help his ass, right? Going, he was still going, you go to Chinatown, they get mad if you don't eat all the food, right? You go, man, can I have a check, please? But I'd much rather like my grandmother to discipline me than my father, right? Because my father just go out. I mean, he might say any kind of shit, you know, like, go stand in the middle of the street while I start the car. You heard me, get your ass in the middle of the street. My father was scary, boy. I'd piss on myself sometime. He'd call my name, Richard, huh? And I had a fight with my father one time. You know, it wasn't exactly a fight, but I did the best I could. I just got tired of them ass whoopings, right? I said, this is it. I'm not taking no more ass whooping. This is it. And he looked at me and he said, what you, a man now, motherfucker? Yeah. And he hit me in the chest hard.
My sister, so she was doing heroin. We had to have a intervention for her. She lived out in Pittsburgh. We live in the middle of Pennsylvania, so we had to trick her to come home. I don't know if you know these guys. They're not just fucking stopping by. They're very busy. If you do heroin long enough, you run out of money. You got to start doing quests. It's like a fucked up game of Zelda. Every day, you just wake up to a new quest. It's like, you need to gather copper. It's just But eventually the quests get pretty dark. Scrapyard, that's like level 1. Towards the end, the quests are, you need to get titty fucked behind the Home Depot. We all agree the Special Olympics is a good program. It's great. I just feel like the guy who came up with it had to be like a real risk taker. You know what I mean? That's a wild thing to suggest for the first time. Some guy in a board meeting, like, I got an idea. We should be racing these motherfuckers. What'd you say? You know, town over said they had the fastest ones. Say we settle it, you know? I'm not making fun of the Olympians. The concept is wild. It's a wild, like if your best friend invented the Special Olympics and told you about it first, you'd be like, don't ever tell anybody that. Who the f*** are you gonna tell that to? What are you doing? Pole vault? So I don't know if you know this, like being racist isn't like a yes or no thing. You know what I mean? It's not like you have it or you don't have it. Like being racist is more, it's like being hungry. You know? It's like, yeah, you're not right now. You know? It's like, yeah, you're not hungry right now, but a cheeseburger could cut you off on the highway. And you get hungry. We're hungry all day. I actually volunteered and coached with the Special Olympics for a little while, so what'd you guys do? I look like this, so me coaching the Special Olympics, I was like a double agent. No one knew whose side I was on, dude. Player, chaperone, no one knew. I'd be standing there coaching, holding a clipboard with 5 dudes that looked exactly like me. I could always see the coaches from the other team looking over like, I think they're letting one of them coach. No, I did coach the Special Olympics for a little while, and it's fun. That's another thing you're allowed to talk about. It's happy. Everyone there is sportsmanship. It is funny. Don't let anyone tell you it's not funny, dude. I was there. Everyone there is laughing. It's fun. I coached basketball. Kids would catch the ball, just launch it into the bleachers. People would be like, what the f*** are you doing out there? Like, I don't know. I was talking earlier. I'm not a Republican yet, but I will say, I just want to see, like for real, I don't care if they arrest him. If he loses the primary, let him debate, dude. Let him debate. All I want to see is him debate. Dude. I don't care. If he gets arrested, Hannibal Lecter him out to the fuck. Just bring him on stage. Here's my idea. Final debate of the year. Have one Republican candidate, one Democrat. Be like, all right, fellas, surprise third guest tonight. Fucking stone cold music, the glass shatters. He walks out, just, they're both gay. It's funny when you bring up Down syndrome, you can always tell who's never been around it in their lives. You know what I mean? Like if I tell people, if I'm like, yeah, I have family members with Down syndrome, people that have never been around it are always like, oh, are they doing okay? It's like, they're doing better than everybody I know. They're the only dudes I know having a good time pretty consistently. They're on fucking Capri Suns. Having a good time. Dude, my Uncle Danny sneaks grilled cheese sandwiches into restaurants just in case they don't serve grilled cheese sandwiches. You don't know where he's getting these fucking things. It's the best. It's the best. You'll be out to dinner with him, you look across the table, you see him sneaking at grilled cheese. Like, yo, where'd you get that cheese, Danny? His dad's with him, he's like, that fucker, he's been making them at night, I know he is. I'm not making them at night, Dad. Then he'll look at you and be like, I'm making them at night. My sister, so she was doing heroin. We had to have a intervention for her. She lived out in Pittsburgh. We live in the middle of Pennsylvania, so we had to trick her to come home. I don't know if you know these guys. They're not just fucking stopping by. They're very busy. If you do heroin long enough, you run out of money. You got to start doing quests. It's like a fucked up game of Zelda. Every day, you just wake up to a new quest. It's like, you need to gather copper. But eventually the quests get pretty dark. Scrapyard, that's like level 1. Towards the end, the quests are, you need to get titty fucked behind the Home Depot. We all agree the Special Olympics is a good program. It's great. I just feel like the guy who came up with it had to be like a real risk taker. You know what I mean? That's a wild thing to suggest for the first time. Some guy in a board meeting, like, I got an idea. We should be racing these motherfuckers. What'd you say? Town over said they had the fastest ones. So we settle it, you know? I'm not making fun of the Olympians. The concept is wild. It's a wild, like if your best friend invented the Special Olympics and told you about it first, you'd be like, don't ever tell anybody that. Who the f*** are you gonna tell that to? What are you doing? Pole vault? So I don't know if you know this, like being racist isn't like a yes or no thing. You know what I mean? It's not like you have it or you don't have it. Like being racist is more, it's like being hungry. You know? It's like, yeah, you're not right now. You know? It's like, yeah, you're not hungry right now, but a cheeseburger could cut you off on the highway. And you get hungry. We're hungry all day.
If you're born in Mexico and now you're here, you're Mexican American, all right? Everybody else is just a Mexican. You ain't Hispanic, Latino, Chicano, the brown guy that mows our yard, none of that shit. Just a fucking Mexican. And by the way, I'm including Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, and Cubans in that, just a Mexican shit. Those are Mexicans that can swim, that's all they are. I know Puerto Ricans always get mad. They, hey man, I'm Puerto Rican, man. You can't talk about my people like that, man. I'm Puerto Rican, man. First of all, dude, I knew you was Puerto Rican. I saw the flag on your neck. Come on. I knew your ass was Puerto Rican, all right. But calm down, Tito. I read his other necklace, okay?
But I like the racism in New York better. You guys aren't born with it, you know? People don't get racist here until you inconvenience everybody else. I saw this dude, he held up the train. Nobody cared about the color of his skin until he held up the train. He had his backpack on, and his backpack wouldn't let the doors close, but he didn't know it was him, so the doors just kept going, Dino, Dino. Somebody was like, yo, take that fucking sack off or go back to where you came from. What's messed up is that it worked. That dude went straight back to Connecticut.
And as soon as they're done, here come the three old ladies sweeping, mopping, dusting, washing everything down with that purple water, that Fabuloso or something like that. I don't know. That ain't from America. That stuff is bona fide. That gets off third world dirt. Like you got a cholera outbreak. You get that Fabuloso, Jack. That stuff cleans everything, son. It like punks out Mr. Clean like he's a bitch, okay? That Fabuloso is the real deal. Argo de Fantasimo. Boy, I call it ghost water. All right, because that's what it does. It'll strip paint, man, if you let it set on there too long. And these old ladies are cleaning everything. You're standing in the former shell of your house going, why are we moving? This is amazing. It was our crap that was messing this house up.
You could be in the middle of a fucking tragedy. If you heard an Australian accent, you'd still be like, you know what I mean? Like if there was like an Australian guy in the office on 9/11, it was like, oh fuck, look out! Like, oh no, there's another one. Get down. Oh fuck, it's hot up here. You're gonna have to jump out. No.
Weed will make me like paranoid sometimes, but when there's shit that makes me nervous, weed will like help me. Like I don't like watching the news sober. The news fucking scares me, bro. Makes me sad. But if I watch news while smoking weed, bro, when I'm high, I think of all the solutions. I could save this country. Like earlier this year, they were on the news freaking out. They were like, every American social security number has been stolen. Everybody's. I was like, so then give everybody a new one. They didn't even have to report that. Just send the new ones in the mail, like, this is you now. All right. When that happened, some of my cousins from Mexico that they don't have papers, they were trying to play it off. They were like, dang, what are we gonna do now? They were like, I guess we're all the same.
I used to do drugs. I still do, but I used to too.
You can't act shocked that the Pope died, okay? He was old. That's what old people do. They die. I can understand people being sad, but the wave of shock? That's ridiculous. Look, folks, if I had a heart attack and died right now, you'd be sad. You wouldn't be shocked. You're like, hey, he's a fat bastard. That's what happens to fat bastards. Have heart attacks and died. He should have lost more weight on that show he did, you fat ass. Jesus Christ.
It's funny when you bring up Down syndrome, you can always tell who's never been around it in their lives. Like if I tell people, if I'm like, yeah, I have family members with Down syndrome, people that have never been around it are always like, oh, like Down syndrome is the fucking end of the world. Are they okay? Are they doing okay? It's like, they're doing better than everybody I know. They're the only dudes I know having a good time pretty consistently. Sorry they're not on fucking Adderall and anti-anxiety like the rest of us. They're on fucking Capri Suns. Having a good time. Dude, my Uncle Danny sneaks grilled cheese sandwiches into restaurants just in case they don't serve grilled cheese sandwiches. It's the best. You'll be out to dinner with him, you look across the table, you see him sneaking a grilled cheese. Yo, where'd you get that cheese, Danny? His dad's with him. He's like, that fucker, he's been making them at night. I know he is. I'm not making them at night, Dad. And he'll look at you and be like, I'm making them at night.
If white people pick your fruits and vegetables, your salad's gonna cost $97. You want a cheeseburger, $3.50. You want pickles on it, $12. Damn. Are those magic pickles? What the hell's going on? And then this white lady goes, I guess we'll get somebody else. And I'm like, who, ma'am? Who? I don't know. I guess black people. And I'm like, I see some black guys about to stand up. Hold on, playboys. I got this, okay? Don't worry about it, okay? I was like, ma'am, if you think you're getting black people back in the same fields they got out of 150 years ago, you are smoking crack, okay? I hate to break it to you. But you can't get a black man to go into a big backyard and pick a movie, much less a fruit or a vegetable.
I got into an argument with a girlfriend inside of a tent. That's a bad place for an argument. Because then I tried to walk out and slam the flap. How are you supposed to express your anger in this situation? Zipper it up really quick.
Gentlemen, you know the number one reason they don't do it is our own hygiene, okay? Stinky, okay? That's the number one reason they don't. Girls, never allow this to be a problem for you. Attack your man when he comes out of the shower. Let me tell you something about your guy. Every guy in here washes his junk 3 times every shower. Soap, shampoo, conditioner, okay? When he comes out of the shower, he might not have touched his feet since 2002. His junk, spotless. Take the towel off of him, put the towel on the ground, place your knees on the towel, cushioning your knees, make it for a more ergonomically correct position. You got to take matters into your own hands, so to say. All right? Grab it, look up at him and go, I'm a dirty, naughty little girl. Yes, you are. I'm about to cover your face with enough DNA to film 3 episodes of CSI, you filthy animal. Oh my God, is this hot? Sweet Jesus.
I've been feeling real good, man. I recently moved out from home for the first time ever. Thank you, one person. It's a little apartment, man, but honestly, it's already gone to my head. Like just saying I have my own place feels like I'm saying like I got stocks and bonds now. Like, when I walk into places, I walk in like I got options to buy now, you know? I'll be using technical terms when I walk into my friend's house. I'm like, yo, this place got square footage? Check your lease, man. Mine came with square footage, bro. I feel it. I feel like I got it like that now, man. I was at the store. I saw some kids buying chips and candy. I was like, you know what? That's on me today. One of the kids was like, are you sure? I was like, yeah, it's cool. I got an apartment now. I've been trying to show that apartment off to get girls to notice me. Like everywhere I go, I take my leash with me now. I just let it hang out the pocket a little bit. Yeah, right there. The other day, I acted like I accidentally dropped it by a girl at a bar. She was like, hey, you dropped this piece of paper. I was like, oh, damn, did I drop my 13-month lease? I said, you keep that one. That's you right there. That's you. If I'm being 100% honest, I do want to use the apartment to get girls to notice me, but man, after that deposit and this one furniture I have, I don't really have money left for girls, bro. Like I have approached one girl. I approached one girl at the bar. I was like, hey, what's up? What you drinking? And she was like, Crown and Coke. I was like, nice. That was as far as I could afford to go. But after a minute, I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? Man, I'm going to just go for it. So I told her, could you buy me one too, please?
So I was like, great, that sounds awesome. What are y'all going to do? We're going on a 10-mile hike. And I'm like, what? 10 miles? Oh, yeah, y'all raising money for cancer or something? 10 miles. Okay, that does not sound like fun to me, okay? All right, if I'm going on a 10-mile hike, somebody's life is on the line, okay? Somebody close. Not just periphery friends, okay? I mean, like close family. Not even some of them, okay? If I'm walking 10 miles, either that or I'm being chased by a very slow monster, you know? Okay,
I like an escalator, man, because an escalator can never break. It can only become stairs. All right. There would never be an escalator temporarily out of order sign. Only an escalator temporarily stairs. Sorry for the convenience.
There's not that much difference between white and black, okay? The truth of the matter is, it's rich and poor. Like where I grew up in Arkansas, there was no black or white. We're all broke, okay? What's your color? Poor, okay? You know, and that's the truth of the matter, you know? When you eat your cereal out of a Cool Whip bowl stained with chili or spaghetti sauce, does it really matter if you're black or you're white? You're broke. You're broke.
I play golf. I'm not good at golf. I never got good. I never got a hole-in-one, but I did hit a guy, and that's way more satisfying. You're supposed to yell 4, but I was too busy mumbling, there ain't no way that's gonna hit him.
I have a real hard time being afraid of a dude who's wearing a dress down below his knees and flip-flops, okay? If you're dressed like my mama going down to Galveston Beach, I'm really not that afraid of you, you know what I'm saying? You kind of dress like a pussy, dude, you know what I mean? Maybe that's just the Southern in me, but if I could stub your toe and put you out of the fight, I'm not really that afraid, okay?
I bought a house. I bought a 2-bedroom house. But it's up to me how many bedrooms there are, though, isn't it? This bedroom has an oven in it. This bedroom has a lot of people sitting around watching TV. This bedroom is AKA a hallway. This bedroom's over in that guy's house.
Sir, you have one of my bedrooms. Stay out. I used to do drugs. I still do, but I used to too. I like to play blackjack. I'm not addicted to gambling. I'm addicted to sitting in a semicircle. My friend is a blackjack dealer, and on his forearm he has a tattoo of an ace and a jack. You see, I'm a blackjack player. On my forearm, I'm gonna get a tattoo of a 10 and a 2. And then maybe later a king. I think Bigfoot is blurry. That's the problem. It's not the photographer's fault. Bigfoot is blurry. And that's extra scary to me because there's a large, out-of-focus monster roaming the countryside. One time a guy handed me a picture of me. He said, here's a picture of me when I was younger. Every picture is of you when you were younger. Ain't that about time someone said that?
I used to do drugs. I still do, but I used to too.
I got into an argument with a girlfriend inside of a tent. That's a bad place for an argument, because then I tried to walk out and slam the flap. How are you supposed to express your anger in this situation? Zipper it up really quick.
I like an escalator, man, because an escalator can never break. It can only become stairs. All right. There would never be an escalator temporarily out of order sign. Only an escalator temporarily stairs. Sorry for the convenience. I play golf. I'm not good at golf. I never got good. I never got a hole-in-one, but I did hit a guy. And that's way more satisfying. You're supposed to yell 4, but I was too busy mumbling, there ain't no way that's gonna hit him.
I went to the doctor. All he did was suck blood from my neck. Do not go see Dr. Acula. I think Bigfoot is blurry. That's the problem. It's not the photographer's fault. Bigfoot is blurry. And that's extra scary to me because there's a large, out-of-focus monster roaming the countryside. Is a hippopotamus, or a really cool hippopotamus?
I played in a death metal band. People either loved us or they hated us, or they thought we were okay. A lot of death metal bands have intense names like Rigor Mortis, or Mortuary, or Obituary. We weren't that intense. We just went with Injured. Later on, we changed it to Acapella as we were walking out of the pawn shop. I was at a casino. I was standing by the door. And a security guard came over and said, you're going to have to move. You're blocking the fire exit. As though if there was a fire, I wasn't going to run. If you're flammable and have legs, you are never blocking a fire exit. Whenever he would knock on my wall, I knew he wanted me to turn my music down, and that made me angry because I like loud music. So when he knocked on the wall, I'd mess with his head. I'd say, go around. I cannot open the wall. I don't know if you have a doorknob on the other side, but over here there's nothing. When I wear t-shirts, I can only wear V-necks because my neck is very fragile. I cannot wear a regular neck shirt, it hurts. And I especially hate turtlenecks. Like wearing a turtleneck is like being strangled by a really weak guy. All damn day. Like if you wear a turtleneck and a backpack, it's like a weak midget trying to bring you down. I bought a donut and they gave me a receipt for the donut. I don't need a receipt for a donut. I'll just give you the money, you give me the donut. And the transaction. We don't need to bring ink and paper into I just cannot imagine a scenario where I'd have to prove that I bought a donut. Some skeptical friend, don't even act like I didn't get that donut. I got the documentation right here. Oh wait, it's back home in the file, under D, for donut. We all know what D is. You know when you go to a restaurant on the weekends, it gets busy, so they start a waiting list, they start calling out names. They say like, Dufresne, party of 2. Table ready for Dufresne, party of 2. And if no one answers, they'll say the name again. Dufresne, party of 2. But then if no one answers, they'll just go right on to the next name. Bush, party of 3. Yeah, but what happened to the Dufresnes? No one seems to care. Who can eat at a time like this? People are missing. You people are selfish. The Dufresnes are in someone's trunk right now with duct tape over their mouth. And they're hungry. That's a double whammy. We need help. Bush, search party of 3. You can eat once you find the Dufresnes.
Show on TV, they catch a fish, but then they let it go. They don't want to eat the fish, but they do want to make it late for something. Where were you? I got caught. No, you didn't. Let me see the inside of your lip.
I had a box of Ritz crackers, and on the back of the box of Ritz crackers, I had all these suggestions as to what to put on top of the Ritz. So try it with turkey and cheese. Try it with peanut butter. Oh, come on, man, they're crackers. That's why I got them. I like crackers. Now, there ain't no suggestion. Put a Ritz on top of Ritz. I didn't buy them because they're little edible plates.
Gentlemen, in relationships, we tend to get complacent. And when that happens, we tend to take our women for granted. And when that happens, women don't feel sexy. If you want a wildcat in the sack, fellas, you got to make her feel sexy all day long. Women have to be adored, loved, pursued, desired, even inside of a relationship, okay? Every day. Gentlemen, that means foreplay begins when you wake up. You're waking up, you're taking your morning whiz, she's coming out of the shower, drying off, you know, her legs and that peach meat sneaking out the back. Grab that monkey, let her know she's alive, okay? Let her know she's alive. Stop, you're crazy. Get away from me, you're crazy. I'm a gorilla, bitch. You're lucky I don't have you bent over that sink looking at toothpaste stains. You're lucky. Stop, you're crazy. You made me crazy, woman. You're so sexy. I can't help myself. Stop.
He hit me so hard, my chest just caved in and wrapped around his fist. And I held on to it with my chest. I would not let it go so he could hit my ass again. And everywhere he moved his arm, I was hanging on like this. And my father was an honest person. I mean, he said anything was on his mind. Like, he brutally honest man. Because I remember when my stepmother died, we're going to the funeral, and everybody was crying shit. And I said, Pop, it's going to be all right. Pop, it's going to be all right. You know, it was about 14 below zero. And he was in the back seat. I said, Pop, it's okay, it's okay. He said, yeah, to get any colder, they're going to have to bury the bitch by herself. Now, that's my father. You know I wouldn't lie on him. Right? Because he got to the graveyard, he was telling the preacher, the dirt, get to the part with the dirt, shit is cold. Yeah, baby, I love you, but shit is cold out there. Goddamn. 5 months ago, I heard the funniest shit I'd ever heard in my life was a Chinese person that stuttered. I swear, this dude was really stuttering in Chinese. I'm like, and when his friends was getting mad at him trying to help his ass, right, going, "Picha como gotiaga," he was still going, you go to Chinatown, they get mad if you don't eat all the food, right? You go, man, can I have a check, please?
Can't fucking do it. They don't drink like niggas. Niggas, we are very consistent. If a nigga drink Hennessy, that's what the fuck that nigga drink. That's what he drink. Hennessy. You ain't gotta keep asking. That's what he drink on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, his birthday, Jesus' birthday, Hennessy. If they don't have Hennessy, he will take Remy as a...
Look at a lot of white men. Sometimes they look gay. You know, just by their gestures and shit. They so secure, they're digging their ass. No, you see him, you see him. Brothers, black folks, we got too much pride. We ain't gonna dig in our ass. If our ass itch, we gotta be creative. And try to scratch that motherfucker. We ain't digging. If our ass itch, we gonna find a way to get that motherfucker. Man. Boy, you a crazy motherfucker, boy.
And as soon as they're done, here come these three old ladies sweeping, mopping, dusting, washing everything down with that purple water, that Fabuloso or something like that. I don't know. That ain't from America. That stuff is bona fide. That gets off third world dirt. Like you got a cholera outbreak. You get that Fabuloso, Jack. That stuff cleans everything, son. It like punks out Mr. Clean like he's a bitch, okay? That Fabuloso is the real deal. Argo de Fantasimo. Boy, I call it ghost water. All right, because that's what it does. It'll strip paint, man, if you let it set on there too long. And these old ladies are cleaning everything. You're standing in the former shell of your house going, why are we moving? This is amazing. It was our crap that was messing this house up.
I started bullshitting myself when I got to my 40s. As soon as I was in my 40s, I'd look in the mirror and I'd say, well, I guess I'm getting older. Older sounds a little better than old, doesn't it? Sounds like it might even last a little longer. Bullshit, I'm getting old. And it's okay, because thanks to our fear of death in this country, I won't have to die. I'll pass away. Or I'll expire like a magazine subscription. If it happens in the hospital, they'll call it a terminal episode. The insurance company will refer to it as negative patient care outcome. And if it's the result of malpractice, they'll say it was a therapeutic misadventure. I'm telling you, some of this language makes me want to vomit.
Show on TV, they catch a fish, but then they let it go. They don't want to eat the fish, but they do want to make it late for something. Where were you? I got caught. No, you didn't. Let me see the inside of your lip.
Chris got slapped in the face at the Oscars by Will Smith, which was one of the craziest things I'd ever seen. In fact, if you watch it live on television, when it happened, I thought it was fake. I did. I wasn't sure. So, you know what I did? I waited 30, 40 minutes, and I called him. And he picked up. As soon as he picked up, he said, you was the only nigga I had to answer the phone for. Apparently, Obama and Oprah, everybody had called this nigga to see if everything was all right. So I asked him, I go, well, you know. He said, what? I said, well, did it hurt? And he said, yes, nigga, it hurt. Then I knew that it was real. And then, and only then, was I offended. And I wasn't just offended that he got slapped. The real offensive part was that after they slapped him, this nigga Will just sat down and enjoyed the rest of his evening. It was crazy. And people would ask me all the time. They'd say, Dave, what would you do if you were Chris Rock and Will Smith slapped you in the face? And to this day, the answer is the same. I don't know what I would have done. I've never been in a situation that extreme. But I do know now what Will Smith would not have done. That is, enjoy the rest of his evening.
If you're looking for sympathy, you're not gonna find it in the Latino community. You could be fucking crying. I go, what's the matter with you? Fuck, that doctor. That doctor told me that I have cancer. You're like, whoo. What's the matter with you? Fuck, I thought you were gonna tell me that I had it. Hey, don't fucking laugh. Don't be fucking crying and look at me. You got me all... How long did he give you? 3 months. Oh, so you're not gonna be here for Valentine's Day? Huh? The fuck is my birthday, Valentine's Day, you're not gonna be here? Why, you don't wanna be here or because the doctor told you you're not gonna fucking be...
I said, I need a gun immediately. The guy didn't answer, no questions. He just grabbed a 12-gauge shotgun, handed it to me. I'd never even held a gun before. I'm not a dummy. I'm like, I need some bullets too. And the guy reached under the counter, put 2 box shells on the counter. He said, all right, buddy, which box do you want? And I didn't know. One box had a picture of some ducks on it. The other box had a picture of some deer. I said, well, what's that box with them ducks? He said, oh, that there's birdshot. And then he goes just like this, I'm not exaggerating, he goes, that won't kill a man. He said, it'll just pepper him up nicely. I said, what the fuck? Pepper? I said, well, what's that box with the deer on it? He goes, oh, that there's buckshot. That'll put a hole in the goddamn truck if you wanted to. So which box do you want? And he picked the one with the deer up and shook it. I thought he was trying to trick me. I was like, do you have a box with a picture of a white dude trespassing on it? Because it's exactly the strength I'm looking for.
I caught my father cheating on my mom when I was 16 years old. The same day he caught me smoking weed. I saw him with another woman. We both looked at each other. He didn't say shit, I didn't say shit. I would come home late from school, he would look at me and say, where the fuck you been? Nah, where the fuck you been? How come you smell like marijuana? How come you smell like food we don't have in this house?
Is the word pussy offensive? I asked that crowd when we was in Denver. One was a woman in the front. She's older than me, maybe around my age. Definitely a feminist. You know what I mean? Short haircut, plaid shirt, you know what I'm saying? She said, I'm uncomfortable with that word. And I was like, really? You? And then before I could ask her why, there was one other guy, he was in the balcony. Now, I don't think he was saying this to me, but he said this. Everybody heard him say it. He goes, it's delicious. I don't think I've ever heard pussy called delicious before in my life. Now, this is not to say that it's bad, but it's definitely an acquired taste. I don't think any of us tasted pussy our first time like, hey, it's good.
You know, early this year, Dave and I, we did some shows together in Austin, Texas. We finished the shows, and we're in the green room together, and Dave said, what kind of night are you trying to have tonight, Aziz? And I says, you know, I'm probably going to take it easy. We went hard yesterday. We got shows tomorrow. And he said, well, you want to eat these psychedelic mushrooms I got? They're supposed to be amazing. Sorry, Dave's family. I said, I don't know, Dave. Maybe I'll just take it easy and get some rest for tomorrow. And he said, well, Aziz, no one knows this, but tomorrow they're going to announce that I am the winner of the Mark Twain Prize for American Humor. And he said, what are you going to tell your kids 20 years from now, Aziz? Are you going to tell them I was there the day Dave Chappelle found out he won the Mark Twain Award and we ate mushrooms together and we had the night of our lives? Or are you going to tell them you got some sleep? And I said, Dave, you got a point. Let's eat those mushrooms. To Twain.
I came home early from the road. I had a $12,000 suit on because life's been going good. And I got home early and dinner was cooking. You ever come home when dinner's cooking? Doesn't that smell good? And my son saw me and he was like, Dad's home. And he got up from the table and ran over to give me a hug, but he had chicken grease all over his face. So I stepped on him like, yo, my man. Wash these threads, son. This is an expensive suit. I don't want you to get the chicken grease all over me. And he was like, what the chicken grease? Dad, this is duck A tear came out of my eyes. I never dreamt I'd do so well in life that I'd raise a nigga with duck grease all over his face.
Hey, man, I just want to say thanks for hanging out with us today here on TubeSquatch. You could have been anywhere else on the internet, probably watching a raccoon ride a skateboard or a baby dance to some Pitbull song. But you chose to be here, and that means something. Let me know down there in the comments what part hit you the hardest, or made you spit out your drink. I read all them things, even the weird ones. YouTube says they know you're going to like that next video down below. I don't know how they know, but I trust that algorithm like it's my cousin working at the DMV. And hey, don't forget to hit that like button, smack that subscribe, and join the Squatch fam. We're out here in the woods of the web, keeping it weird and wild. I'll see y'all in the next one. Stay legendary, stay squatchy.